Airground Radio.
We came, we saw, we kicked it.
New voices amplified.
We came, we saw, we kicked it. Airground New Voices Amplified, the platform. Welcome to Airground. My name is Plot Marco, and welcome to the program that gives you legendary voices, amazing voices from Zimbabwe. And today I'm speaking to an icon. He's a living legend. His CV runs long, but you know him already. Metaphysics, welcome to Airground.
Thanks, amigo. How are you doing?
No, I'm good. Good to have you on the program.
Thank you. I'm just trying to grab the link right now and post it onto Facebook and everywhere. So if I look unconcentrated, it's just that I'm just trying to push this link, man. Let's get as many people watching.
Great. So yeah, stay tuned. We're coming back just right after this short commercial break. Welcome back. For those that are just joining us now, thank you so much for tuning in. And those that have been with us when you started a few minutes ago, welcome back again. Today I'm speaking to Metaphysics, and we're not going to be talking just about music, but the business side of music. The reason why we brought him on the program is because he has taken a very interesting direction in terms of creating platforms for creators, for artists. He just launched a new platform called Groupie, which is a streaming platform that allows artists to get paid. And you know, with the lockdown situation, it's been really bad. So yeah, tell us a bit more about Groupie. What brought in the idea of Groupie?
All right, yeah, Plot. So in the last couple of years, besides just focusing on the music, I've tried to just exercise my entrepreneurial side. I've created a wine brand that's doing very, very well. It's called Mannheim Wine, www.mannheim.com. I've been doing amazing with the brand, and very happy that a lot of people from Zimbabwe have shown support, a lot of people from South Africa, a lot of people from Germany. And that just inspired me to just, try and come up with more and more ideas. And during the lockdown period, we were definitely that I'm part of a group in Germany that's, survives off touring. And with this Corona situation, all our tours were canceled. So I started looking for alternatives. I started looking for ways that I could keep the momentum going. So I had the initiative, or a startup actually, called Groupie.vip. And it's a registered company in Germany. And what it is a platform that is not only focusing on music. It's a 360-degree platform that focuses on artist management, artist booking, live streaming, performances, comedians, sporting events, anything that you can think of that can be broadcast is what we're trying to do. So that's pretty much where I'm at right now in terms of, I like that. Nice picture, the Mannheim wine.
Yes.
With these fingers, I like that. So yeah, man, that's just a continuation of that. It's trying to, find ways to survive during this lockdown situation. Wow. Pretty much.
Wow, that is quite impressive. So, you've got a wine brand, you're making music, you're producing also films, and music videos. How have you managed to evolve and balance all of these things? Because you started off as an MC, but you did the show Road to Fame, and so you did so many productions before. But now you're now running this platform, you're now doing this and that. How do you manage to balance all of these things? So yeah, stay tuned. We seem to have lost. Yes, can you hear me? Hi, Meta. Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I don't know if it's on your end or on my end.
Okay, great. Yes, okay, great. So
Can I refresh my page here? Because I don't see you. I don't see you moving.
Okay, can you see me now?
No. Let me refresh
Okay,
my
cool.
page.
Or you can even exit and then come back. Stay tuned to those that are
Okay.
watching.
I'm doing it right now. Let me do it right now.
Earground Radio. New voices amplified.
Earground Radio.
We came, we saw, we kicked it.
New voices amplified.
Ground Radio, New Voices Amplified. That is the platform. I'm speaking there to Metaphysics. We had lost a bit of our connectivity there. So I was asking him how he's managing to balance all of these things that he's involved in.
Yeah, it's been a learning curve, man. I've had to really, I feel like I'm back at school. It's early mornings, late nights at the moment. A lot of networking, a lot of responding to emails, a lot of, it's pretty much a startup. So in the initial phase, there's so much that needs to be done. And there's so many aspects of the business that I am now just learning as well, especially on the booking side, because I'm dealing with so many different artists from around the world, and each one has their own particular way, method, style, demands, their lawyers. It's been amazing trying to connect artists from the USA. I've written to Kanye West, Eminem, Tinashe, Doja Cat, some of the high-profile artists, just to try and get them onto the platform. And some have been really, really helpful. Some have just been really nasty. Dealing with the guys in South Africa has been a pleasure. The guys in Zimbabwe are on it. They're fast. They're responsive. I think because they're also still trying to grow their industry, they're more concentrated, whereas in areas where the industry is functioning and they can pick and choose events, they can be really, really difficult. But it's been, like I said, a learning curve, and just spending a lot of time just adjusting on how to set up a startup. And one of the hardest things with the startup was actually raising the finance to make sure that, the platform goes, and dealing with the capital side, with the financing. Even that alone was a great adventure. But I'm happy to say that I finally got an amazing team. We have a lot of really amazing people backing the project. We've managed to raise quite a large amount of capital that allows us to actually book some quality acts. So we're looking at huge acts like I said, Eminem, Kanye, are artists that we've approached. We've approached Steph London, for example, Steph London, and just being able to live that out during this Corona time has been pretty exciting, but very hard to balance, to go back to your question.
Great. And how does this operate? I mean, let's say I'm an artist. How do I get to be on the platform? How different is it? Like, maybe if you could just take us through the process of being on Groupie and what it means for an artist.
All right. So Groupie, right now in the stage that I'm at, is a platform that will do live streaming concerts pay-per-view. At the moment, I'm handpicking the artists that get to be on the platform because I want to build the platform. I'm very lucky that I have a great community of artists already. The first guy on the platform was Ifinton, who had an amazing show, great acoustic set. Just last Sunday, I had Akani Humphrey from the Bronx, New York, an amazing rapper. We've approached Amara Brown. We've approached the next in the contractual phase is Buffalo Soldier. For the African market, I have great partnerships building with Kudamusa Siwa and his whole brand to come in as a brand ambassador, to come in as a brand manager. So at the moment, I'm handpicking the artists that I want to work with, but obviously I want to grow the platform. So I'm also looking at international acts. Right now, I can say that we're close to confirming Mr. Gentleman, a German reggae artist who's internationally
Wow, that
known.
is huge.
Exactly. So once the platform is going, I want to then allow artists to approach me with their business plan and say, look, this is our demographic. This is the audience we're trying to reach. These are the kind of figures, these are the kind of numbers we think we can grow using your platform. And then I'll open up the platform to artists. What I want to try and do is pretty much like what you're doing with your streaming service, is have an event almost weekly, or at least 2 or 3 events within the week. But at the moment, I'm just focusing on Sundays, and I'm really profiling the artists that I book at the moment. Yeah.
Great. How has been the reach so far in terms of audience?
Well, we're still growing. It's going to get better as the quality of acts also improves. So we're really counting on Mr. Gentleman to really, get things moving, get the ball rolling. He's got an amazing international audience, and once we reach that capacity in terms of outreach, then I think we're going to just maintain that, because we want to maintain that pedigree and that level of artists on the platform. We have amazing partners who are also supporting the platform. We have an island in the Bahamas called Pearl Island, and they've given us their location to host events. So we're looking for artists in the Miami area that we want to fly over to the Bahamas to do amazingly lit, with the ocean backdrop events. I'm looking at Little Pump for that event. And obviously these kind of artists draw a huge crowd. So one of our main issues was, can we handle over 5,000 live streams, 10,000 live streams at a go? But I found an amazing platform. We've created a great platform that can actually manage and handle that kind of traffic. And now what I'm just doing is slowly starting to scale up.
Wow. Slowly starting to scale up. And for an artist who's in Zimbabwe, what does this mean? Because I'm thinking to myself, a lot of young artists are trying to get themselves space on the digital platforms, but none of them is paying them. Most of them, they're not getting money out of the live performances. It's just for exposure, hoping to get booked for live concerts. But with Groupie, the demographics, the landscape in Zimbabwe. What does that mean, such a platform for a Zimbabwean artist? Does it also open doors for international exposure in terms of reach?
Okay, now I've noticed that you've been posting a lot about how unfair platforms such as Nash have been treating the artist and not paying them, how the contracts have never really been reviewed, how they it might even exaggerate what it costs per production as compared to what the artist has to pay to be on the platform. So I know where you're coming from in terms of artist reward. But like I said, the kind of caliber of artists that I targeted initially, they know what they're worth. So they're going to hit you with a contract that stipulates the figures, and the shares are very, very clear. Since it is a pay-per-view platform, we're doing legitimate shares on ticket sales, on merchandising. We also go as far as having to pay the collection societies, whether it's ASCAP, whether it's Gamer. That is all included in the platform. And I know, especially for upcoming artists in Zimbabwe, that has always been a challenge on how they get paid. I've created it in a way that, especially for the young artists who are trying to build a reputation, if they have a small viewership and they're willing to come on the platform, they can earn up to 100% on their ticket sales.
Wow.
Because I know, like for an upcoming artist, not many people are going to buy tickets initially.
True.
But I'm also not trying to confine myself to the newcomer platform. I'm trying to go for more established artists that people in the diaspora might miss or want to see. So for example, Amara Brown, Buffalo Soldier, I know they have a huge following abroad of people in the diaspora who might be homesick, who want to see these artists and don't have the opportunity. So those are kind of the caliber of artists that I'm targeting initially. And as we grow, I will give newcomers also the opportunity to use the platform.
Wow, that is so great and quite encouraging, especially at a time when a lot of artists are still trying to figure themselves around the digital space.
Yes.
Yes. What is the future of grouping? Let's say 5 years from now. Is it something that will just last the COVID pandemic?
No. You see, the beauty about Groupie is it's a multi-level company that not only focuses on the digital space, we're also booking live acts. We are in the process of securing acts for 2022 for live arenas. We want to get Daddy Yankee, for example, Jennifer Lopez. I have an amazing team of guys who've been in the industry for a very, very long time. So what we want to offer is the opportunity for artists to perform in a live environment, but also the opportunity for them to still gain extra ticket sales through the streaming platforms. We want to focus on merchandising. We want to focus on developing our own artists over the platform, managing artists over the platform, artist bookings. So it's a great aspect of how can I say different tiers to the platform that I'm trying to build and develop. Tier is the wrong word, but you know what I mean. These different levels to what I'm trying to create. But right now we're concentrating on the streaming. But at the end of the day, I want to build it so that it also resonates within the digital space and enters within the cryptocurrency dimensions, the blockchain, the new form of trade like NFTs, non-fungible tokens. These new terms that are coming up in the industry. I want us to position ourselves so that we grow as Internet 3.0 also grows. And as the internet gets faster, there's more and more that we can actually start building and doing using these digital spaces.
That is great. I'll just show people a bit of from the website to just see the interface, so they see how big this initiative is. And yeah, just stay there. And this is also part of the site. And yeah, this is quite encouraging. It's mind-blowing, and I see the vision, and I see we're taking this too. But I'm an artist. I'm in Zimbabwe. I'll still keep asking from a perspective of a Zimbabwean artist.
That's fine.
I'm hoping to connect. I'm hoping to collaborate. Now I'm not able to travel. Does this platform somehow open that window for me, possibilities to collaborate, to work with other artists that are also featured on the platform?
Again, like I said, one of the things that I've actually been learning by having a platform like this is that every artist has a different dynamic. So I cannot promise that artists want to collaborate with artists from Africa at all. But what I can say is that as we grow, I want to start doing events that mix and match artists from different backgrounds. So maybe for example, Finton, who was the first on my platform, since he was humble enough to come at the initial stages of the platform, I've promised him in return that when we do the Mr. Gentleman, that he can open and do a 5 to 10 minute set before Mr. Gentleman. And what happens then if they manage to connect, if they manage to find some sort of way to work together from that, just putting the two in the same room, then good luck to them. But that's really what I want to do, is just bring artists together on the platform, allow them to actually come on. You're very fast with your fingers, bro. I'm amazed how you do this. You're amazing.
Thanks.
You're blowing my mind right now. You need to come and work for Groupie once
I'm coming.
Fairground salaries, man, because I know you're expensive, bro.
You remember I told you that I want to come and intern with you.
Nah, you're gifted. You're gifted. I'm amazed. Like, you're pulling up all the pertinent little slides as I'm talking. Well done. I'm impressed.
Thanks, man. You're most welcome. And for those that are watching, this is a live broadcast. It's not a pre-recorded. Tawanda Choto, I see great things, create a level playing field for artists and getting rewarded accordingly. This is what he says. I'm just going to pull up his comment. The Black Butterfly album was amazing. This comment from Gift Mkupe and TK's Taku says, this is very interesting. And yeah, there's so much feedback that is coming through and people are really loving what you're talking about there. And also coming from somebody who has a track record of working locally and also working internationally with one of the world's most renowned hip-hop bands, Suleiman and Groupie and the new wine. Is this the end? Like, is there more to it? Are we going to see more initiatives coming from you?
So what Groupie did for me was it put me into a society of established financial people from Germany who are interested in investment. There are a lot of investment vehicles that have been put in place, and one of them is a multi-level marketing platform called New Choice, which is a platform that has been created to give especially people in Africa the opportunity to earn their money from home by selling various products. And I'm very, very lucky that my community bring a lot of initiatives to the table, financial initiatives. They've been in the business for a very, very long time. So I've been learning a lot from them. I've been learning about creating a startup, how to take it to market, how to create an initial crypto offering or initial IPO, and put your company on the stocks. And they have a lot of various projects that are listed on various exchanges around the world. And it's given me the opportunity to see how business works. It's also allowed me to access people that I would normally not have access to. For example, Streuer, they do all these billboards around Germany. I have an amazing relationship with the owner of the company. This is a multi-billion-dollar company that advertises globally. Any banner, any poster that you see in Germany is done by this company. And just being able to be in the same environment with such amazing people opens your brain. So I'm beginning to see business opportunities in a lot of things. But as a musician, I'm very passionate about music first. I'm passionate about art first. So anything that I can see, and obviously beer, that's why the wine, you know, as an artist, you want to have a nice drink after the show. So I want to focus on things that I know I can apply my talents, which is like you, the graphics, the art, the music, the poetry, the dance. So I'm looking for opportunities and synergies where we can bring the business corporate world together with the art world. And this platform has allowed me to move in the corridors with some of the key players in the titans of industry, so to say. So yeah, I feel like I'm back at school right now.
You know, this is quite interesting because for a very long time, the business element has been lacking within the creative mindset or creative space, not only in Zimbabwe, but also in other countries. And you are still a creative, you're still an artist, but now you've brought in this business component. What would be your word to an artist right now who's possibly just hoping to get the next show, but shows are not happening? And apart from the streaming platform that you offer, what would you advise in terms of skills? Because you're a filmmaker, you produce music, you make music, you compose music. Now you're a businessman involved with group, involved with the wine, and so many other initiatives. And you also do a lot of charity back home in communities where you're helping out, and you also get time to go there, speak, mentor, and work with a lot of young artists. You still collaborate with artists.
In the Mutare area, we've been very, very busy in Mutare. What I would say to the aspiring artist slash businessman is borrow a page from Kuda Musasiwa, who is also artist turned entrepreneur, turned graphic designer, advertising mogul, politician, influencer. We have guys like DJ Towers, who for many months I never knew what does he actually do. Is he an actual DJ? We have the Passion Javas. We have all these amazing people who have managed to capitalize from their skill to create brands. Some of these brands don't even have any substance behind them, but what they've managed to do is reach the people. And this is where I think the power of any business lies, is if you can reach a person, whether on a personal level or even just with a commodity that they might want. Phil Chiango was talking about that he started selling tomatoes, and he made a very key point where he said, the same tomato that you get from the tree is the one that you see in the shop. So why can't you do like the shop does? The tomatoes coming from the same source. The only difference is one person is taking that tomato and putting it in a shop, and the other one is not even realizing that all he needs is that tomato, set up a shop, and you're in business. So I think look for opportunities where you can attract mileage by being a people's person. It's all about networking. It's all about being amongst the people. All our church leaders and prophets and all our politicians, politics itself depends on the power of the people. So if you manage to harness people power, whether through your music, whether through your marketing, whether just through your personality, you can create a brand that can become beneficial, especially in the digital age where influencers are needed. To market a lot of my events, I actually have to go to these guys who do nothing but talk. All they do is talk, and they go on live on Instagram, and they're reaching a huge audience, and they've become key to my strategy. I need them because I know they have an audience, and I need that audience to market, and I need that audience to buy tickets. And that audience that I'm trying to reach also needs quality entertainment. That audience also needs a quality product, because it's all about services, goods and services. And if you can provide a quality service, whatever it is, you can be a prostitute. If your service is good, the customer is going to come back. If you supply a bad service, the customer is not coming back. Same with the wine. If the wine is shit, people wouldn't be coming back. But I'm lucky, like, people really like the wine, they've been coming back. And I want to do the same with Groupie, and I want to do the same with I learned it from my mom. My mom was one of the church leaders, and all the prayer meetings, they always used to happen at home, and just the network they managed to build at church. I grew up with that spirit of seeing how the Methodist women in Zimbabwe in their red uniforms are pretty aggressive business people, whether they're doing initiatives to make soap, whether they're doing initiatives to help Strive Masiwa build Econet. That's one of the first places he went to raise his capital. That's the power of the people, and that's the power that we should learn to, harness as young entrepreneurs. To answer your question, it was very long answer.
Quite an interesting response there, because you mentioned, for example, Kuda Musasiwa, who is an amazing entrepreneur, who is doing amazing things. And Kuda has built a business around what he's also built a name for himself. He's into politics, he's into a lot of things. And then you also spoke about, someone that people consider to be very controversial in a way, but it's quite interesting to have you make reference to him, DJ Towers, and a lot of young people in Zimbabwe, not a lot, some of the young people, I see some comments, they throw shade at such characters. For example, what's his name, DJ Towers, and say, no, he's begging, but you bring a very interesting perspective. Do you mind just getting into detail there? Like, what do you see in such a brand that possibly people in Zim or other people are not seeing in a brand like DJ Towers?
People power. The ability to keep people mesmerized, intrigued, the power of gossip. These guys are probably even manufacturing 90% of the gossip. When you see Hell Commander, for example, with these, it's become reality TV. It's become an aspect of using the little resources you have, just your camera phone, to create content and entertainment that actually has 3,000 viewers every time they go live. And then building a community, because when Towers goes on, he never goes on alone. Towers is going to bring in the guys from the dancehall scene. He's going to bring in these guys, Wakasungwa Manja, and came out of jail, because he knows the numbers are going to add up.
Which is Fantan and Levels.
Fantan and again, that's, like I said, that's that church spirit that I learned from my mom. Munoita Makawanda, cooperative, no joinidza, more influencer. And I think that's where Towers is, amazing. He's great at connecting influential people and putting himself in the picture. And he's created a brand off that. More power to him.
Is this the future? How viable is it? Do you think this is something that somebody can really do and live off?
I think he's smart. I think he's managed to get some stands now. He's got property, he's got land. I don't think he's stupid. I think he's going to build. He's going to start having people renting. He's going to grow off that. But this platform has allowed him to generate income. I don't know about his business. I don't know about his business model, and I don't know about him as a person. But he's one of the few people that I always reach out to when I want to market something, because I know he's influential. And I think he's smart. I think he's somebody that has a plan. And I think he's somebody who knows that once he gets his leg in the door, whether it's political, whether it's influential, I think he's going to make the most of it. But in terms of living off this social platform that they've created, of course not. The internet is constantly changing. The platforms are constantly changing. The players are constantly changing. Unless you position yourself like Netflix, Amazon Prime, Amazon itself, then you'll have longevity. But if you're just positioning yourself as an influencer, influencers come and go. So I wouldn't say that there's longevity in that, but make your money now and grow your business, grow your empire, move on to other things, which is like what Kuda does. He created his brand and he's everywhere. He's from pizza to politics.
Wow, man, that is profound. I tell you, this is the most profound conversation that I've had in a very long time, because you bring in very interesting points there. And Tawanda Choto says Towers has created a brand, but his tone, the tone of his voice does not appeal to everyone. I think he needs to change his tone before he burns out. Social media is unforgiving with a short memory span. This is what he says.
I've learned that social media does not forget, because I'm on Twitter, and if you watch Twitter politics, as soon as somebody says something wrong, whether you're Minister so-and-so, somebody will pull up evidence of the day you said the contradictory thing. The internet doesn't forget. People are watching, people are taking screenshots, people are monitoring. And that's the danger of the internet. People do not forget on the internet. Once you put yourself out on a digital platform, it's stored somewhere, whether in somebody's memory, on somebody's hard drive, on somebody's phone. And you have to be careful, because one day it'll come back and haunt you. All those sex tapes leaking, all those information and stuff like that. The internet doesn't forget. But I do agree with Tawanda that maybe his voice needs to change. Come on, that's no argument. The guy's doing his thing, and more power to him. Let him do his thing.
Let him be. Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much, Meta. I don't know if you've got any word to your last words today to everybody.
Well, if people are interested to learn more about New Choice, which is the platform I was talking about, please go to www.groupie.vip and subscribe, and I will send you information about the wine. I'll send you information about New Choice, which is a platform where you can grow your own business, grow your own community. I will keep you guys informed about upcoming shows. We have Amara Brown. We have, I always want to say Soldier Love, rest in peace. We got Buffalo Soldier. We got Mr. Gentleman lined up. Guys, go to www.groupie, it's GROOPY.VIP, and become a VIP today. I want you guys to just support the movement. And to you, my brother, you need to come and work for me because you're so gifted.
Thanks a lot.
There's so much potential going on there. We have to incorporate Earground somehow, and you're doing amazing work, man. You inspire me as well.
Wow, thank you so much, man. That's you have no idea what it means to me, but thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I think once I get vaccinated, I'm just 30 minutes, 20 minutes away from you. I'll definitely make my way, and then we can see how best we can.
I'm not getting back. I'm trying by any means not to get vaccinated. I'm one of those guys.
I think I'm one of those guys that feel like my freedom will be limited if I'm not.
Which one are you going for? AstraZeneca, Johnson and Johnson? Cocktail.
I think I'll just get all of them.
That. Have you discussed this on your platform? This is something that needs to be talked about.
Sure.
Bring some health professionals, man. Bring some doctors. Let's hear opinions from other people, because it's a weird ass topic. Like, what do we do? Do we get vaccinated? Don't we? Is it healthy? So it's strange that you say that, but in vaccinated one.
So stay safe.
Exactly.
Who are you listening to currently in Zimbabwe? Like maybe 3, 4, 5 songs. Which artists, which songs are you listening to currently from Zimbabwe?
Well, what I tend to do is artists that I gravitate towards, I want to automatically collaborate with them. So I've just done a collaboration with Maskiri. Mm-hmm. I've done a collaboration with Dancehall Keda.
Mm-hmm. Is it out yet?
No, it's a remix of his song Semi-Auto, and I did a rap version of it, which is amazing. We want to shoot the video for that as soon as possible. Mm-hmm. I've just collaborated with War Games, a female rapper based in the UK. We're relaunching A Piece of Ebony with my original partner, The Chief. He's just finished his novel, autobiography, and we want to launch his book with some new Piece of Ebony songs and also give the old ones back. I've been supporting Dre's. Is that how it's said? Maraire.
Maraire Dre's. He just dropped something dope. Yeah, and
I know. I've also been pushing, and shout out to him. He was one of the first people to order a bottle of Mannheim wine from the US. Unfortunately, I couldn't ship it to him. Can you imagine? Shipping costs were $55 to ship a bottle of wine to the US.
Wow.
It was this COVID thing just made things really, really crazy. War Games. Who else? There's a lot of collaborations going on under the radar. But in terms of listening to, I think, and I really regret it, and I regret saying it the last time we had an interview where I said Soldier Love was disrespectful when I met him the first time, and who did he think he was? After he passed away, and I realized the influence he had on the Zim community, I'd like to apologize to him firstly, because I underestimated how influential he was. Yeah. And also just now tuning into his music, he was a gifted artist. So we really lost a very, very huge talent. And thanks to iFinton to actually introduce me to the music of Soldier Love. Every time I go to Finton, he's playing that in the background. I'm like, dear. Yeah. I never heard this tune, and I'm only discovering him now, which is unfortunate because I'm discovering him at way end, you know what I mean? So respect to him, rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Wow, thanks a lot. And I'm just gonna play Mabude, the remix, which features Maskiri, Metaphysics, Munetsi, Vito, Black Rose, G, Beats, Ruth. Monya. This is a dope song, and I don't know why Zimbabwe slept on this song, but I think it's such a dope track. So I'm just gonna pull it up.
Mondoro Music.
Hey yo, Mondoro Music, we see you. Maskiri, what's up? It's your boy Metaphysics. We on the remix, son.
Elda, Maskiri, my booty.
Remix.
Black hair, get to
Come on.
Miles.
That's right.
Elda, Maskiri, my booty. Black hair, get to
Proper bless. Remix.
Let's go.
Elda, usanipushe, azimopera mushe, tenda kumabude, Tusha tadira, moja ya kamira, tenda kumabude.
Hey yo, fly overseas in jets, private planes. Girl, you're so sexy, I ain't saying no names. I've been around the world and never seen a girl like you before. And all I wanna say is, damn, you're so beautiful. Baskiri called me up and said, I want you to meet this chick. At first I wasn't feeling it, and then I saw your picture on the gram. Told Maskiri wanna be your man. He hooked it up and now we dating. Sipping that wine, conversating. Girl, sophisticated and so intelligent. You're the one I really wanna represent.
Oh yeah.
Post our pictures on Zim Celebs. Now we shopping for pillows and beds.
Yeah.
Got a couple of cars in the garage. Girl, me and you can live large. Yeah.
Elda, usanipushe, azimopera mushe, tenda kumabude. Tusha tadira, moja ya kamira, tenda kumabude.
Life is too short, death itrima trauzi. Vesrino rino pisa sakaratova juzi. Andizi tsaka pama baby ema neru. Ndinevasikana vesvetonas kungema avenues. Semotena mowana ndinakutsva mafyuzi. Ngatiteseta kutsomwa tirove mabude. Kunge vanhu vari kutsomwa vari kuona masea diver. Rest in peace my passenger, rest in power kuna driver. Kana usina kusununguka ndini screwdriver. Ndichaenda chimoyo nenyadzonya wane rusununguko. Yokisa pakanaka kunge ticket.
This guy is crazy. This guy is insane. He's man. Like, life is too short. It's 3 trousers.
You want my scuba dive? You
know what? Wow, this is dope. And Tawanda Choto is asking, how is Culprit?
Culprit at it, bro. Culprit is good. I speak to him every day. He's busy. He's recording. He's doing his mixing and mastering. He's just finished a self-motivated course in mixing and mastering. So I think he wants to go more into production. But at it, bro.
Oh, great. Wow, it's been awesome. It's been great speaking to you, Metaphysics. It's always, profound having conversations with you. Thank you so much for your time. And to everybody who's been watching, thank you so much, guys. Tawanda Choto, I see you. Thank you so much. Cynic, thank you so much for tuning in. It's such an honor to have you, watching. Thank you so much.
Cynic, go Australia, did it?
He's in Portugal, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah, Portugal. Hey, yo, Cynic. There's that huge hip-hop festival happening in Portugal. Is it still happening or did they cancel it because of Corona? The lineup was insane and I want to come to that festival for networking. Let me know if it's still happening.
Great. I hope to have him on the program sometime soon. And Gift Mkupe says, Cynic, another legend in the house. That was good, bro. Thank you so much, guys. It's been great. It's been awesome. Until next time, this week I've got a legendary lineup this coming weekend. Speaking of some legends from Jamaica, we're going to be discussing the state of reggae and dancehall. And I'm going to be joined by Don Dada. So, thanks a lot.
Earground Radio. New voices amplified.
Earground.